Hey guys, this is Miss Smith. We're going to be doing word study practice D today. All right, remember with practice D, these are the analogy questions. So with an analogy, you want to look at your first pair of words, figure out how they are connected, and then find the answer that has the exact same connection. Remember, the connection has to be in the same order as well as being the same connection. So if we look at number one, we have the words solar and sun. Well, I know that the word solar refers to things that are dealing with the sun. So if I look at these four choices here, I know that the correct answer is going to be lunar and moon, because anything that talks about being lunar is referring to the moon. Number two, we have hermit and solitude. Well, I know that a hermit wants solitude. That's what they strive to have. They want to be alone. So looking at these here, I'm going to pick A because a prisoner wants freedom. Number three, unicorn and exist. Well, I know that a unicorn does not exist because it's not a real animal. So looking at these, I'm going to choose monkey and talk because I know that a monkey does not talk. Number four, we have monotone and excitement. Well, these are going to be very different because if something is monotone, it's all at the same tone. There's no excitement in what is being said. So looking at these, the one that makes the most sense would be hysteria and calm, because hysteria is a lot of chaos and confusion, a lot of emotions. Calm is just going to be very mellow. Number five, we have unison and together. Well, I know that if something is done in unison, it is done together. So looking at these four options, I'm going to choose independently and alone, because if you do something independently, it is done alone. Number six, we have unify and unite. Well, these are going to be very similar. If you unify something, you are uniting it. You are bringing it together. So looking at the choices we've been given, I'm choosing divide and separate, because these would pretty much be the same thing. If you're dividing something, you are separating it. All right, number seven, we have solo and alone. Well, I know that if something is done solo, it means you are doing it alone. So looking at these, I'm picking A this time, because if you do something as a group, you are doing it together. Number eight, we have monotonous and excitement. So this one's going to be very similar to number four. Something monotonous would be described as being very repetitive. It does not have a lot of excitement. There's not a lot of change. It just happens all at the same measure. Excitement's going to be the opposite of that. So looking at these choices here, the one that's going to make the most sense and follow this pattern most closely would be A, vicious and kindness. Number nine, we have monologue and one. Well, I know that a monologue is something that is spoken by one person. So looking at these choices here, the best option this time would be C, dialogue and two, because if you have dialogue, that would be two people speaking to each other. And number 10, we have unique and original. Well, if something is unique, it's going to be different than what has happened before. It's going to be something original. It's not going to be what we've seen all along. So looking at these, the one that would be the best option would be B, common and familiar.